And welcome to the Inferno. Comment, thumb, subscribe, enjoy Sherlock Holmes' Nemesis. First game in the series of Sherlock Holmes. You're undertaking to portray Sherlock Holmes, the famous consulting detective of 221B Baker Street, London. During this case, you must demonstrate both sagacity and calm. Observe well the items around you and don't hesitate to click on them once you have the required information. You will obtain comments that will help in your hunt. Do not forget to interrogate anybody who may be able to inform you, choose the right question, and pay heed to their answers. Chose. Okay. I am taking a break from Ori. That game is rude. Assure yourself that you aren't caught short by your adversary, Arsene Lupin. You will throw a number of challenges at you, which will demand you are subtle and methodical. This, in the course of your investigations, you will have need of pencil and paper. Certain riddles will require reflection worthy of your hero. It will be challenging. At certain moments, you will need to type a keyword in response to a question in order to continue the adventure. You are at liberty to consult your notes in order to help yourself. Do not forget to read the documents that you will have gathered and glance through Sherlock's notes. They are all important. In order to advance your inquest, you will have at your disposition plans and maps which will permit you to teleport by clicking on giving points. You may equally make your character run by double-clicking with the left mouse button. England honor is at stake. Do not disappoint your adversary. Ooh. Frogwares presents. Now we will be playing the entire Sherlock adventures, new adventures of Sherlock Holmes. The entire series of the game. I'm not going to struggle with Ori just to not play this game. Sherlock Holmes versus Arsene Lupin. Because it turns out, Ori and the Will of the Wisps have boss battles. Is this going to give me motion sickness? Please tell me it's not going to give me motion sickness. London, July 14, 1895.
It looks to be the beginning of a lovely day, Holmes. There's nothing like beginning the week with a sunny Monday, with nothing more pressing to do than to see what came in the post. Would you care to take a ride up the Thames today?
I think not, Watson.
Listen, Holmes, your mood has been getting progressively worse for the past 2 weeks. I know you, and I'm certain that something is bothering you. It wouldn't be bad news from Switzerland, would it?
We would already be on a boat heading towards the continent, were that the case, my dear Watson.
Very well, then, what is it? Let me guess. For the past 2 weeks, the papers have talked of nothing other than this French thief, Arsene Lupin. He's been making all of the police officers on the continent look like complete idiots. You're taking an obvious pleasure out of reading these articles.
My dear Watson.
I've put my finger on it, haven't I? I know you well. Something tells me that you will not entertain talk of this Lupin for some time. Do you recall his latest feat? Using an alias, he seduced a young Italian princess in order to rob her of a priceless set of diamond jewellery that once belonged to the Medici. These jewels were to be part of the lady's dowry on the occasion of her marriage to the son of a wealthy, influential Sicilian. Finally, our friend, having committed his crime, left word for the local press explaining that there was no other way for the charming lass to escape a marriage of convenience with, I quote, an uncultivated and uncouth boor without the least refinement. Since then, the lady has been confined to a convent, and rumour has it that the two outraged fathers have jointly offered a sum of countless millions of liras for the head, the rest of the body being optional, of the man who is responsible for their dishonour. Are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu? Why, another letter from the zoo about those missing birds, as if we were going to be running around the whole of London chasing chickens. As I was saying, are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu? This Arsene Lupin must be in hiding somewhere, surrounded by bottles of champagne and stolen treasures. How foolhardy and arrogant. Oh, these French. However, he didn't pursue this foolishness to the point of risking stepping onto British soil.
Has the cat got your tongue, Watson? What? Whatever is the matter with you, Watson? Pray tell.
This letter on the table. Holmes, read it.
You control Sherlock Holmes. You control Sherlock Holmes. To move in the game, just left-click on the destination you want to reach. Double-click will make him run. Gloved hand. Arsene Lupin's threat. Okay, before I begin, please excuse any grammatical or spelling errors that you might notice. Your language isn't my native tongue, as I come from the continent France, to be exact. In addition, my singular subjects of conversation, whether they be oral or written, are the most exquisite food and wine, the noblest arts, and sublimest woman. The whole world knows that you, people of Her Most Gracious Majesty, do not produce or even discern any manifestation of aesthetic intelligence and civilization that sets men apart from beasts. Thus, the opportunities to practice your language are sporadic and brief. What use is there to linger with a lackey or maid? But look, I see I've made a mistake, or rather an execrable mistranslation. I said, you, people of Her Most Gracious blah blah blah. I should have said the people of blah 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 other than you. How can I include you in this ruddy-faced, half-pallid crowd reeking of brine and cheap beer? What was it? Where was I? Okay, you stand apart, an icon, having followed your exploits for some time and being interested in your unusual personality. I start to see in you a man of intelligence, ingenuity, and singular refinement, with incredible results in your activities, and the manner in which you achieve them are marked with the seal of genius. Believe me, despite the lamentable opinion that I hold for the inhabitants of your island, I have for you an admiration without limit, which reached its apogee recently when I discovered you have a French ancestor. What unlucky stars brought you to the world elsewhere than in the motherland? The motherland I call my own. That should have been your own. Perhaps the gods desire that your presence in the land bring up the intellectual average that was so low it bordered on the absurd. The bitterness that brings me to write this letter may bring an answer to this question. You see, events without antecedent will occur in London in the week to come, beginning in the very night of the day in which you read this letter. The purpose of these events is to bring to light fraud, the arrogance and vanity of English. One too many. Why is there so much? Ooh, there's a lot to read. Enough of the haughty, boring composure that the English presents us when passion should be freely expressed. Enough of the desire... I can't read. Enough of the derisive confidence in English impregnability which is displayed by all of your politicians and soldiers. The English fortress is being protected by seas serving as moats. Enough of your supposed symbol of majesty and grandeur of spirit, which are in fact mere the fruits of looting and plundering. English has measured the world by its stingy superior smile for far too long. Thus I, Arsene Lupin, have pledged to get rid of the smile. To that end, in the week to come, I pledge to seal 5 of the most representational symbols of the alleged English grandeur here in London. Once these auspicious achievements have been accomplished, I will exhibit the trophies for the world to see and will reveal the smallness of a nation incapable of preserving its pride. English will become English. England will become laughing stock of all nations, from the largest to the smallest, and will have to swallow its pride and lower its head for millennia to come. Imagine these self-righteous and perfidious faces who ordinarily parade the fact that they are one of Her Majesty's people, will henceforth hide their origins. Being English will no longer be grounds for pride but rather shame. In brief, the debts will be paid. You are perhaps asking yourself why I have chosen to share you my vision, which many who don't know me would consider mad. After all, and my former praises are well founded, you are certainly the only person in English. Can I stop doing that? England capable of stopping my plan. Like myself, you are fully aware of the inefficiency and the flagrant lack of imagination that plagues your police service. The reason for this letter is eminently narcissistic. No exceptional artist desires to produce their work for an uncultured public, incapable of appreciating the true value of his prowess and talent. In you, I have found the ideal spectator, and I wish for you to follow the stages of my consecration step by step. In fact, I would almost wish for you to put yourself in my path, and in vain to stop me from committing these thefts. But you are a busy man who doesn't like defeat. What a shame! If, despite everything, the adventure tempts you anyway, I shall leave you a few verses that deal with tonight's target. All across France, everyone knows in the blind kingdom you only need one eye for the crown. You treat us like blind men, it shows. 'Twas a one-eyed, one-armed man who brought us down. It is true that we failed, though we tried again. Our fate was nailed, his immortality our pain. One of the Spanish capes, the detestable pride that bangs around you like drapes, our suffering makes you snide. An adversary came along in order to protect victory. We were put in the wrong, and the day made history. Save the pain and defeat, the worst in this game is that the hero we needed meet carries a French name. Clearly did vengeance sound. What I have in mind for this traitor sitting in his master's feet like a bound is to be run aground. On my honor tonight to hand, I will break free the binding so that all may understand our victory will take wing. Arsene Latino. That is very hard to read, and I don't know why. Okay, so that gives hints. First person perspective. How do I get out? Dialogues. Ah, so you can go through it again. Items, nothing close. You control Watson. Okay. So I can't control that. That. Can't touch that. Can't touch that. Oh. I can go there. No touching there. Lucky. I may or may not have listened to what I was supposed to do. unicorn. Okay, these controls are going to be a bit of getting used to. Nothing in here. Oh, fudge sticks. Ha! Ooh. Way down. Barnes, the bookstore in Glenworth Street. Ah, okay, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Got it. So basically, just play with the mouse. Haven't done that in a while. Barnes in bookstore. Give me the map. That's Baker Street. That's the map. Go see Barnes bookstore in Glenworth Street. Where is Glenworth Street? I don't know the street names. You can't do this to me. Okay, that works. It tells you. On Baker Street. Huh. Golden Lion. Malcolm Street. Is it this way? No. Barnes, yay, I found it. Didn't take that long. Dude, you okay? Handprints. Who uses dirty hands in a bookstore? Strange affair. Strange affair, goodbye. Oh, now I see it. pointer makes it hard because you use the top point of it. I was using the hand. Not here. Not here. No. Really? Okay, no. How hard can it be to control someone from this angle? The work stealing is in one of the shelves somewhere. Okay, so I'm not completely stupid. One of the shelves somewhere. It's not very helpful now, is it? Ticking clock ain't helping. There it is. Okay. Was his last voyage. Upon his return, he astounded many with his tastes of raw meat and his sudden onslaught of salvation when, I quote his housekeeper, local college students or uniformed conscripts passed in front of the windows of the living room. He died 2 years later due to a fatal fall while attempting to battle the weathercock atop Edinburgh Bell Tower with a sculpture that he had made out of clay, and prayer chips representing the supposed offspring of the Duke of Kent and a hedgehog. Okay, Horatio Nelson, first Viscount Nelson, born in Burnham Thorpe, Norfolk in 1758. We owe the Admiral Nelson some of the most beautiful pages of the Royal Navy's history. Charged with intercepting Bonaparte and en route for Egypt, the conquered the French fleet in the Battle of the Nile, 1798. For someone that reads a lot, reading aloud is a pain. Not content to rest in his laurels, in 1799 he recaptured Naples from the revolutionaries and was made Duke of Brant in 1800s. The death of this unrivaled seaman, who had already given his body in the service of his country, he had one arm amputated and lost the sight of one eye, was his crowning moment. He died triumphing over Admiral Villeneuve during the Battle of Trafalgar. Despite being inferior in terms of numbers, but through the grace of a courage audacity without compare, a representative tale of Nelson occurred during a former battle when the flag captain warned him that the commander was signaling retreat. Admiral Nelson, convinced they were to be victorious, held the telescope to his blind eye and said, "I really do not see the signal." Thus he continued the battle, coming out victorious. Lucky for him, his joke worked. Oh my word. Okay, so it's Captain Nelson? Commander Admiral Nelson. Okay, Admiral Nelson. Sailors. So back to Sherlock we go. Can you by any chance fast travel? You can! That works. Sherlock. Howdy. Who is Arsene? No. Okay, give me the bag. Documents. Horatio Nelson. Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually be able to spell Horatio. Can I type? Ha! Horatio. You mean I have to search for a bloody map right now? This? No. No, 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 no. Ooh. Either I am playing this in the wrong order. Who cares? I'm gonna play everyone. Everyone. Yeah. This is south. I'm gonna go that way, that way. Ah. Poor Watson gonna lose so much weight with me not knowing where to go. Run, Watson, run! Anything? The what? It's empty. How was his life in danger? that the map? No. Okay, so it seems it's green if you already checked it. That's good to know. I'm probably gonna miss a whole lot of stuff, because these are gonna make me so discombobulated. Am I even doing it right? I am supposed to be looking for the map, yeah? Am I blind? No. I don't think so. I think Steele is calling me off. Map of London here somewhere. And the map of London is where? Is this? No. Where is the map? How hard can it be to find a map? No, there's not. Okay, so this camera does not change. Mapsy, 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 map, 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 map. Finally. I have to do everything? Okay, so what would be... Am I supposed to go back to Sherlock? Huh. Okay. You. Night break free. Okay. So we try it again if it was nailed. So, something in the wings. Maybe I'm in the right spot. Cavendish Square. Let's move. No. Oh, come on. Map of London. Is it west? Oxford Circus, Preston. No. So not west. I just was in west. Buckingham Palace. Westminster Abbey, Clock Tower, New Scotland Yard. Justice Court, British Museum, Trafalgar Square. Different ways to say a name. It's a military square you have to be on to choose it. Gave you the day off, but you have the coach still with you? Oh, I'm Sherlock now. Okay. Of course you did. Okay. Show gallery of paintings. Ooh, clued how much? So we are looking for a ledger. That would be where? Ledger Museum. One of the galleries. Okay. Italian, Flemish, German, Spanish, French. That wasn't so hard. Eesh. Really? Aren't I supposed to take it to him? Thank you. Okay. According to the poem. Eesh. Protect victory on the wrong day made history. So if Spain in defeat worse in this game, heroes call heroes a French name. Maybe Spanish capes. Snide. Okay, I cannot think what I should. Does the painting based on the Battle of Trafalgar depict victory? Dang it. Vengeance Sound. Hound. Okay, so it wasn't victory. Spanish capes, maybe? Snide. History. Sandman of the Strait sitting by his fast feet like a hound. Hound? No. picked. What a shame. Temps is to deal with it. Ain's kingdom, you only need one eye for the crown. The one eye brought us down. And I can't remember that guy's name. Can I give it back? Dino Horatio Nelson. Let's see that. No. How long am I going to be here? Ooh. Steal this column. There's nothing to steal in this column. We have a map of London, so you can find site in Trafalgar Square. No. Drapes of suffering makes you snide. Eye for the crown. Crown, maybe? No. Not crown. Sound sings massive feet like a hound is to be run aground. The hand will break free the binding so that all men understand. Victory will take wing. Shows the one-eyed man who brought us down. Immortality? No. Tranquility. Am I that stupid? Does that make sense? France. Hmm. Huh. Okay. Moment stars. Certainly you better than I would probably for some time. Time is always cosmic. So square. Okay, Trafalgar Square maybe? Oh, come on. I'm barely in and I'm already stuck. Ugh, Belgicar. What does the painting based on the Belgicar depict? Sound, what I have in mind for the street is sitting at his master's feet like a hound. How hard can it be? Let's see what a hint does. Victor, the poem suggests what the answer may be. Anyone I can speak to upon arriving at the gallery, where can I find pleasure? Holmes goes to. What does the painting depict? Where can I find the fighting temeraire? Excuse me? I'm supposed to know that? Temeraire. Can I spell? No, I cannot. Ship. My word. So, I am an idiot. Good to know. Boat. Huh. Looking for a ship. That one, maybe? No. No. Where am I? English gallery. French gallery. Dutch. Oh, I went the wrong way. This way. Huh. Turn around. Oh, it's this one. I'm guessing. Ah, there. This is the guy that's going to steal it, isn't it? He's sending Watson on a spying journey. Are we going to be Lestrade now? We're Lestrade. Oh, this is going to take a while. Doot, doot. So no. This is very hard to control. He does not seem happy to have this job. Huh. Okay, I don't see anything I can interact with. He's already inside. Gonna make me watch the BBC Sherlock Holmes again. Or Moriarty the Patriot. Either or. Both. Why not? Get in there. Okay, side up there. It's in here. You sure what's this? He's so angry. Okay, this is England. I don't have a map. I know that. This is the director's office. I don't think I was around everything, was I? I don't have a map, so I wouldn't know. I missed the front door. Ooh, poor guys. Later. Wow. That's hidden, dude. In the middle of the room. Wow. I control Watson. Down we go. That way. I heard one behind me. There he is. Best to avoid speaking about it. And you say not tell him. He's Sherlock Holmes. He knows. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Let's start this side. Hey, there's footsteps. And leave the door open for air, light. Okay, you see the footsteps coming from this place. Okay, that's actually cool. Okay. Okay, nothing else. I almost missed that. Let's follow these footprints. These are different shoes, isn't it? It's 10.5 footprints stepped. Okay. Oh, it gives a report. Got attacked by a cat. This is still there. Dude, go around. Called it. Someone wants me to get sleep. Okay, so I can't interact with that. So we go to... Huh. Yeah, to what end? Woo! If only it blinked. Turn around. Turn around. Thank you. Oh. So watch the floors. Do I have a map? I do have a map. Okay, I was everywhere. Let's go that way. Can I get to the roof? So let's get first. Oh, this looks so much better. Do you look? Oh, that works so much better. Wait. You can actually see now. You can run! Why did I think of this sooner? Why would you do this third person if you can just do that? This might give me some hell of motion sickness, but eh. And I did not listen to what he just said. Ladder! Ladder! The 4 points for the ladder. Oh, come on. Oh. ha ha. If your initials are JL, the answer is yes. If not, greeting Mr. Holmes. Our meeting yesterday was far too brief, but I bet it won't be the last. It gives me great happiness that you are participating in this adventure, and even if the ending gives you displeasure, you will have been in the first row for the whole show. Please inform Inspector Lestrade as you know, but contrary to his belief, I most certainly came in through the entrance. I always enter through the main doors, although leaving is a different matter. But enough of the past, let's look ahead, shall we? After tonight, I will yet again steal one of the emblems of England's bride. My next target can be found somewhere in London, and it's up to you to identify it before I claim it. For this, I've left you several clues throughout the museum. A mind as blunt as yours should have no trouble finding and interpreting them. But will you be able to finish in time? To start, I've read some paintings on the walls that didn't have the heart to replace with those from my personal collection. In observing them and reading the following poem, you will have all the information necessary to determine the location where I spent yesterday afternoon and near early evening. Small bit of advice, do not break into the place. A painting of great value is inside and you will ruin it. Into the museum did I go that night, and where did I see Venus Mars wrapped in white? Rainy day they arrived with such delight that here without doubt remember they'll might. A tired horseman was sleeping near there, without fear his white horse standing tall whispered into my ear. My lord, we were painted long ago, that is clear. Truthfully, my second choice, sir, was that here. Henrik has been dead for ages. I won't be coy. His skaters, young coupled men, women, here, boy. They were his work where they were. Were they but duty or his joy? The length of his life is my third part of the ploy. My fourth is the year of purchase, I swear. Fish and cabbage, young boy and angel, quite a pair. First minus second, then times third. Do you care? Minus the fourth, figured out and you'll be there. What? So it said some paintings. Okay. Sure. Whoop. Huh. Circle. Okay, like that gives any useful information. Horse. Oh, thank you that you give me what they look like up close. Otherwise, I would never find them. Okay, something with dates. You. Okay, so 4 numbers, reports, documents. My 4th is the year of purchase. Ah. Tired horseman. Lord, think long ago, that is clear. So the horse. I was supposed to go and write it down, wasn't I? Into the museum that I go, and where I see Venus Mars wrapped in white. Rainy day they arrived with much delight, that here without doubt remembereth all might. Okay, so my 4th is the year of purchase, I swear. So angel is 4. Fish and cabbage, young boy, and angel quite a pair. First minus second, then times third, do you care? Minus the 4th figured, and you'll be there. That does not make sense. You're a horse sleeping. You're just laying there. Okay, so it's something to do with this, because it's a code. Okay. My 4th is the year of purchase, I swear. Fish and cabbage, young boy, and angel quite a pair. First minus second, then times third. Do you care? Minus the 4th figured, and you'll be there. So Venus and Mars. Wait. First minus second, then times third. Okay, so the 4th is the year of purchase, I swear. So the castle one, 1634 minus, oh wait, no, don't need to calculate right now. 5, 6, 7, 9. So 1589 is the castle. The first one, Venus and Mars, is 1874 minus the second. Second is the white horse, 1652 equals, then times the third. The third one did for ages, don't be quite scared this year. Okay, so the snow is last. Castle's last. So Mars is 1874. 222 times the third, which is it was 49, is 10,878. Then it's minus the 4th. minus 1894. 8984. Let's see. Eight. Oh, come on. 984. No? Am I wrong? Is 1634 minus 5. 34 is 49. Yes. 8984. Oh. Oh my. Okay. Haha. Thought so. Dear Mr. Holmes, you should have at your feet the parts of my disguise from yesterday, no doubt. You would have liked to have removed them from me while I was still wearing them. It's possible. Find me in the museum disguised like this and remove my postiches. Beware. Do it with care and precision, for I am sensitive. That and the fact that you might destroy the next clue. That's not making any sense, though. Not in here. Okay, wait. Feed the parts of my disguise from yesterday, no doubt. You would have liked to have removed them from me while I was still wearing them. It's possible. Find me in the museum disguised like this and remove my postiches. Beware. Don't ask why that's black. You. I found you. You're in the blue room. Probably scream at me. Wrong way! I'm guessing I have to go to this place here to get what I need. Sponge and brush. Sponge and brush. Sponge and brush. Whatever do you need? Didn't I try that? The red surrounding the green isn't right, but for a clue you must look inwardly. If nothing is found despite your great might, my success will make you grin with envy. That's the face I've went to a few times. You. Oh. Great paintings, rectangular or square, hang in rooms very much like this. Indifferent one from the northern air, count 6 sides as the needle turns, you can't miss. Blech. Great paintings, rectangular or square, hang in rooms very much like this. Different one from the northern air. From the northern air. North of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. In a somber corner under a white cloth, to ensure success, look for the red. It will not be inside, but be not rough. It's not impossible if you use your head. Alright, so that's back in the other room. You really had time to set this up. Under white cloth. It's not this room. Oh. Under white cloth. Under a bouquet of lilies, fair the director is sleeping there. Younger by a quarter of an hour, and you shall receive the power. Under a bouquet of lilies, fair. The director is sleeping there. Oh. Where's the director sleeping? Your great-uncle Horace had a grandfather. Both did proud the name Vernet. The clue will lead you to race on the Tiber, decide which painting it is, and don't sway. To trace on the Tiber. I need the French, right? This is Flemish, Dutch, English, French. That's the same one. Proud name Renee. The clue will lead you to trace on the hybrid, which is and don't sway. Huh. Oh. You're burning the painting, mate. Now why you do that? 9 paintings with so much in common. Theme and colors: brown, red, green, yellow, and blue. Put the colors face to face, hop them to a line. The last letter found will give you a clue. The what? So much in common. Theme and colors: brown, red, green, yellow, and blue. A clue. Nine. Oh, I know where. Here. Okay. I-N-O-R. I-N-O-R-O-S. C. Coronis? Look around assassin painting is there, but never did she know. Always around her a black shadow, not seen in the painting, is Eve 6 more missing. Oh no. You control Dr. Watson. Oh? Okay, let's just watch this. You control Sherlock Holmes. Oh well. Well, that's all, folks.